Hello, sunshines. This is Shauna, also known as Creative Stitching Diva, and you are listening to Chronicles of a Crochet Diva podcast. Enjoy.
Hello, how art thou, sunshines? How's your morning, your day, your weekend? How was your Labor Day weekend last week? Was your Labor Day weekend good? I am Creative Stitching Diva, Shauna Creative Stitching Diva, and I am that Graphghan queen. And I am here to make your life a lot easier with Graphghans. And I asked some questions like a couple of days ago, and the questions that I asked were basically what are you having problems with, what are you struggling with when it comes to Graphghans, and how can I make your life easier. So that's what we're going to go over, those questions. We're going to make sure that you leave here knowing the answers to those questions, and if not, I will direct you in that path so that you can get more help with what you need. Now, what I do want to say is that I am going to timestamp this so that if you ever wanted to come back and look up something specific that we spoke about, it will be timestamped. So you don't have to worry about remembering the time, remembering where we left off at. Because the podcast on Sundays are at least an hour or more long. So being that it's an hour or long more, sometimes we just want to get to the point, and that's why it's best that I do timestamps. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I wrote down y'all questions. Yes, I see you, Kizzy Kids. I see you. I see you. I see you. How art thou? So I wrote down your questions, and I said, how am I going to approach this? Because a lot of people are asking the same exact question. It's the color changing, it's the weaving. I think it's nerves. I think it's when you do it, you're looking at it like, I don't think that it's coming out the way I need it to come out. So I said, all right, let's just work this up. And I think the moral of the story is that a lot of people need one thing. And that one thing is, I'm going to talk about it later, but the moral of the story is that this one thing is going to get you to get over a lot of the issues that you're having when it comes to a Graphghan. Because I'm not going to lie, I just dived on in it. I don't even think I was crocheting like for 2 seconds. I probably was like a 1-year-old still in my diapers and wanting breast milk when I started doing Graphghans. Like I started Graphghanning when I was in my 30s. 2011, yeah, I was in my 30s. So and my youngest is in high school now, and he was at least like 3 years old when I started. So I did it because of depression. I was depressed, and it helped get me out of some things. So with that being said, it's a story to the madness. And the story, the more I think about it, the more inspirational I get, and realizing that I have a story and crochet played a part, not just crochet, but Graphghan. So that's why I rock hard with Graphghanning. That's why I try to help so many other people. Crocheting is life for me, and I know it is for some of you guys. And crocheting is money for me, and I know it is for some of you guys. But it's more to it than that. It saved my life. Crochet saved my life. Graphghan saved my life. And since 2011, I've been doing the same thing, which is Graphghanning. I've been crocheting, yeah, doing other crochet items and tapping into this and tapping into that. Plain blankets, which I can't do. I'm sorry, I just can't do a plain blanket. But I tapped into so many different things with crochet, but I always find myself coming back to Graphghan. So it's a love for me. It's not for everyone else. Um, oh, I'm sorry. I just got a message. We're supposed to have a guest, but I don't know if she's feeling up to it. But it's very therapeutic. Very, 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 very therapeutic. But when I tell you I have a story, and today is not the day to talk about it. Today is the day to help you with your um Graphghan situations. But one day when I tell you my story, it's gonna be something else because um when I tell you crochet is allowing me to move mountains, it's allowing me to move mountains like I've never in my life. I went to school to be a nurse. I was a nurse for 13 years. Like I used to do pap smears, helping people have babies, and I used to do all of those things. And now I can't see my like I would never ever ever take that away. Like I always loved being Nurse Givens, but or Nurse Shauna, but I realize now that Graphghan and crocheting is life for me. It's life. It's more than I ever expected because it's therapeutic. Like you said, I don't even know who that is. It's Facebook user. It just says Facebook user. Crochet is therapeutic for me. Hello, Diva. It's been a long time, but I'm not just back, but want to get better. Givens. Your last name is Givens as well. But listen, let's stop all the chatter and let's get into what your questions are. So I'm gonna go over your questions and um let's figure out how we gonna do this. Cause I said let's work it out. We gonna figure this out. We gonna do whatever we need to do. Period. Okay. Like I heard that earlier. Like somebody said I need help. Period. So I was like, let's figure it out. Period. So that's what we about to do. All right, let me see. All right, so like I said, a lot of the questions are basically talking about the same exact thing. It's the stitches, color changing, bobbins, reading a graph, and writing instructions. What else? Counting, tangled yarn. Tangled yarn is like a big thing. Like a huge thing. Tangled yarn, carrying the yarn, I don't. And sewing in ends, I don't. And the size. It's a method to the madness. And if I'm looking at each question and I'm realizing it's a common denominator with every last one of them. Every last one of the questions that I'm just looking at and I just read off, a lot of the questions were even asked by those who actually crocheted and did Graphghans, probably did like a couple of Graphghans and still need help and still feel like they're not doing what they need to do or not where they need to be. And that's the part that mind boggles me, I guess. That's the part that I'm like, I saw your work. And so what I was talking about earlier is the main problem or the main thing that we all need to find a way to handle is confidence, because you know how this is me, I don't know if it's y'all, but you know how you in the shower, right, and you singing, nobody's there, nobody's listening to you, you just singing, you singing your heart out, you hit notes that you thought you could never hit. You know how when you sing and you just sing because you have confidence because nobody's around, and you just hitting tones that you never thought you could hit. But when people are around, those tones don't sound good. Those tones you're not hitting, it sounds stupid, or people looking at you like shut up. That's how I feel you are when you're crocheting a Graphghan. I feel like you look at other people's work and see mine's not looking like that. when in reality it's not supposed to look like theirs. It's supposed to look like yours. It's supposed to look like what you are producing. As long as it's neat and it looks good, you can see the image, and I see no other reason why you would want to change that. I really don't. I believe it's uh a key, the key word is confidence. I believe that confidence is what is going to get you to the next step in Graphghan. It's going to help you with these questions, because if you keep doubting yourself, you're going to keep putting it down. You're going to keep saying, my stitches are not looking like Diva's, my stitches not looking like hers, my stitches don't look like this, my color changes is not color changing. So that's why I believe confidence is key. Confidence is what is going to put you to that next step. So we need to work on confidence. We need to also work on, it's okay, nobody's not perfect. It's okay. It's fine. If it doesn't look good, I know if you saw me, you saw my old work. I sometimes say, I don't want to do this. I don't want to show my work. I don't want to show it, the old work. I don't want to show it. But the more I show it, the more I say, it's okay, because look at where I'm at now. The work that I've done before, you're going to be like, Diva, what's wrong with you, girl? Why? What happened? But I'm saying all of this to say it was progress. The more I kept doing it, the more I kept focusing on, I want to do this, I want to get this right, and I want it to look good. It happened. And that's where we need to go as well. Confidence and practice. Practicing. I used to say P2P, practicing to perfection. Now I'm going to say practicing for progress. Practicing to keep progressing, because we're never going to be perfect. Even perfectionists are not perfect. No one is perfect. It's the progression that we need to focus on, because everybody's looking at being perfect. Everybody's looking at, it's not looking like that. It's not supposed to. It's supposed to look like yours. So that's where I believe a lot of us need to focus on and get in our heads that it's not going to look like A, B, or C. It's not going to look like that person. It's not going to look like mine. It may look good, but it's not going to look like mine. I know if you know me also and you rock with me, or followed me since 2011, 2015, I met Gail. Gail is also the Graphghan girl admin in all of my groups. Um, she may come on here too, but she basically stalked me to learn how to do Graphghan. And when I saw her work in the beginning, and she was like, this is what I did, but I want to get better. And everybody I asked, they're not helping me. You're the only person that's helping me. So how can I get better? And she was like, I know I'm stalking you, but don't leave me. Please don't forget me. Don't forget me. And she kept saying it over and over and over again. I'm like, okay. At that time, I had like 1,000 people that was like hit me up, like a lot. It was a lot of people hitting me up. So at that time, what I did was I said, she's serious. Let me give her some attention. And I did. And thank God I did, because at times I look at her work and I'm like, dang, she good. Dang, like she flying. She going in. So if I believe that her work is just about good as mine or better, hell yeah. Hell yeah, her stuff is good, if not better. And it's fine. It's okay, because I love the fact that she came to me to help her, and it makes me look like I gave a damn for this person to help them, and helped her so well that she flying through projects and making great money. I think it was one year she made like over $1,000 um on just, I could say hats alone, she made $1,000, but she made like a lot of money throughout the years on those Graphghans, and people buy them. No, it doesn't matter what price they are. They buy them from her, and they still are buying from her. They don't care how long it takes. They don't care how much money it is. They want those Graphghans, and that's why I tell everybody, don't give up. Keep going, keep doing what you gotta do, because it's money in our hands. Our hands make so much money for us, and when you give up, it starts going down. And when you are saying, I want a business and I want to make money, and you do one item and it gets popular, people go, I want you to make this, I want you to make that, please, please, please. You make it, and then it become overwhelming, and then you slow down, because it's like, okay, that was a lot, that was a lot. And then you, months later, you like, I need my business to come again. So it's like a rotation of highs and lows, a rotation of, this is too much, and I don't know if I could do this. And I've been there. I've been there. Not only was I there, I'm also running a household. I'm also a single mom. I'm also like living the life of struggle. So 2011, I just got out of homelessness, and I was depressed. If you also know me, you know I had breast cancer at the age of 26. So 25, I was diagnosed, and 26, I had went through chemo and radiation and all of that, and it scared the crap out of me. And that's when I stopped my nursing. My nursing stopped because I felt like I did everything I was supposed to do. I went to college straight from high school. I went to nursing school. I went to do my internship straight from school. I went into a job, got the job right from there. Then I did two jobs at the same time. Like, I did the life that we're supposed to do, and still didn't feel fulfilled after I had got breast cancer. And I think it's very important for me to say this, because I want you to understand that no matter what is going on with you in your life, crochet can be very therapeutic. It can get your mind off of things. It can get your mind into a place where you don't have to worry about the walls come tumbling down. Because, like I said, it's been times where I would be on full demand. I had crochet groups with 10,000 people. I taught at one time over 1,000 people, and it was so much, it came crashing down on me because I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. And I basically hid for like 2 years. I hid. I didn't even want to show my face. And the more I come out, the more I say, nah, this is for me. This is something I have to do. This is something that was given to me, the gift of helping, the gift of teaching, the gift of sharing my knowledge. This is for me, because you don't understand how many people send me messages on a daily basis explaining how much I help them, how much they, even Gail to this day, like I said, she's flying through all these projects. And the other day she goes, I wish I can graph like you. I wish I could do this. I wish I could do that. Like, girl, you are a beast at what you're doing. And she's saying she wish she could be like me. And that's what we need to do. We need to stick together, stop putting each other down, and just give each other props where props are due. Doesn't matter what you are going through, as long as you have that great support team, you good. You are perfect. I'm sorry, I'm my mouth on dry. My mouth is dry. Oh, I don't know why, but I felt the need to say that. So it may not have been for everyone to hear. You may not have wanted to hear that. You may have wanted me to just go straight into the show and tell, but I just felt the need to say that, because a lot of the questions show me that confidence is needed. Um, People have to go through life, and life, we don't get a manual. We don't know when life is about to tear us down, or when life is about to hit us with something like a tower moment. Oh my god, I'm talking about tower moments. Life comes, and we have to go with the flow, right? So in between time, why not crochet, right? In between time, why not make something? And when I make something, and to see somebody get excited, it makes my day. It really does. It, no matter what I do, it makes my day. It makes me feel so good that I have somebody who I can make happy. and hopefully I make you guys happy. Hopefully I can um make you guys, oh my god, why everybody calls me while I'm on live. I don't understand that. But so all right, now let's go to the stitches. Diva, I'm sorry to interrupt, but do I need my hooks for this stream? Because I need to tell my husband. Oh my god, I can't. um, First of all, thank you. Shout out. Get your hooks because you might want to need it. You might need it. Yeah, get it. Um, Shout out to my Diva Squad members. Shout out to Nat, Edna, Kizzy. Shout out to you guys for being a Diva Squad member. They get their tutorials first. They are also receiving their why it says I have a guest. Oh duh. Um they not only are going to get tutorials, they're going to get more of the motivation. They can ask me questions quicker. They get the answer quicker. That's what I mean. I am also making mad videos, mad things for just learning how to crochet and also learning how to graph. So if you want to join. It's only $1.99 if you want to crochet, if you want to learn how to Graphghan. It's $2.99 if you want to learn how to graph like the Diva, and it's $7.99 if you want to do both. So let me know. All right, let's get this party started. I'm gonna start with stitching. Stitches are easy, but I don't think you guys realize how easy it is. The stitch that you're gonna use, it's not what you think. It's not as hard as you think it is. The only thing is that, how am I not a member? I don't know. Click join and become a member. I don't know, girl. I don't know. Click join. You could do it. You could do it. You could do it. Click join, and you could definitely be a part of it. All right. Let me see. I'm gonna hook up the camera now. I'm hooking up the camera because I know y'all need the camera. Okay. All right. And the stitches. So to do a Graphghan, the best thing to do is making sure that you know what stitch you're going to use. I do not suggest to do double crochet. Double crochet is not great in Graphghanning. I'm not going to say you can't use it. You can, but it distorts your image. It will look long and narrow. So if you want to make a blanket for somebody, it's going to be like a football player. Not a football player, a basketball player. You know how they tall and slim? That's how your blanket is going to look, tall and slim. And what I mean by tall, it will be so unproportioned if you do a double crochet that it will be probably like 8 feet by 4 feet. No exaggeration. It's a long stitch. So imagine doing a whole entire graph and double crochet, because some people are quick with double crochet. So that's their go-to stitch. I'm here to tell you, Graphghan is not for double crochet. There's many other stitches you can use, and I actually have a video of that I have to edit, of what stitches is best to use. That's actually the next video that's coming out on Tuesday. What stitches best to use for a Graphghan. That is something you could look into on Tuesday when it come out. But other than that, I don't suggest to do double crochet at all. If you did it and it looked good, congratulations. You know what just came to my mind too? What just came to my mind is you know how we do we do a Graphghan and we say it's the bomb, right? Like I did it a lot. Shut up, y'all. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Wait, don't judge me, okay? When I tell y'all this and I show y'all a little bit of this, don't judge me. When you are doing your Graphghan and you do something really nice, it comes out cute. Everybody say, "Oh my gosh, this look good. This look cute." So you like, "Oh my god, I did this. I did this." And then you look at it like years later and be like, "What the hell did I do? Why was I so confident in this?" I was so goddamn confident. I was so confident. Let me tell you something. Yeah, it's okay because we do that for a reason and it's called progress. So we are progressing. And back then, I'm telling you, I call myself the diva. Duh. I call myself the diva. So obviously, I was very confident in what I did. But I'm here to tell you, I humble myself now. And I'm good, but I still know that it's always somebody out there better, and it's okay. It's quite all right with me. It's quite all right. It's fine. It's okay. It's okay. I I say to myself all the time, do I really think that I'm good, or do I think I'm a diva? Like I say all the time, do I really think that I'm the diva? Do I am my confidence real high? And it's okay for me to feel like that. I know I'm good, but I also know that it's always somebody out there that might know a little bit more than you, and I would use that as inspiration. I don't know how else to explain it, but you know, it's like being around a bunch of people who are good at what they do, but they're not as good as you. And then you also realize that you want to be in a setting where there's people who are doing good. There's a setting where people who are oh, I'm sorry. Everybody calls me. You want to be in a new member. You was already a member. Oh my gosh. She was already a member. You must have upgraded, lady. But she upgraded. She had to upgrade. But you tend to just feel like you're elevated depending on who you're around and your surroundings and stuff like that. And that's basically where I'm at right now. Where I'm at right now is I see so many good potential people who are just excellent at what they do. And I'm like, after all these years I've been crocheting and my stuff don't look like that. But guess what? It's okay because it looked like the way I need it to look. And that's fine. It looks like the way I want it to look, and that's fine. So yeah, we not gonna go. We not gonna go more into that because it makes no sense. All right. So stitches. Stitches. Yes, I upgraded. uh I need all the perks. Lordy. I started putting some tutorials up there. Did you see it? I'm on my grind now, y'all. Like I'm not playing. I think it's my mindset because I'm leaving. I'm going to Georgia, and I think that is my excitement. Like I feel like my life is just going like in such a great way that is like, oh my gosh. One day I will tell my story. I will tell it one day. You don't know how many people I've been um telling about being doing Graphghans, and now that's all they do is Graphghanning. That's all they do is Graphghanning. I love the fact that I said Graphghan, and it came true. I tell everybody do a Graphghan, and they do it. And then now they like, oh, Shauna, you got another graph? You got another graph? And I don't care if anybody goes to anybody else. I think some people feel like they don't want to tell me that they cheated on me. It's not cheating. You have preference. It's called consumer. It's called high demand in the area that I do versus somebody else. It's okay. Girl, bets to believe I never have to worry about anybody else. I'm always going to be okay. 2011 showed me that. Because what is it now? 2023? You can't tell me this is not for me. So I don't ever have to worry about it. If I worried about it, I wouldn't be here now in 2023 at all, because 2011 showed me. 2011 showed me, 2013 showed me, 2014 showed me. All those people that started graphing, and look at where they at now. Look at me. I'm not worried. I want you to succeed. I want you to. All right, let's get this porty started on the stitches. And then I'm learning how to maneuver the memberships. So majority of the area that I put the membership stuff is in the community section and the videos. Any upcoming classes I'm going to put in the membership section, and I will always ask for you to let me know if you want me to send you the new graphs, because I'm going to give periodic graphs, so you can get that, and you're going to get discounts for the website that I'm on, the website that I have. So you get a lot of perks. You get a lot of perks. So all right. I always start off with I'm gonna turn the camera on in a few seconds, but I always start off with foundation. And let me tell you, the best thing to do when you first start a Graphghan and you have like 200 or more stitches, I'm gonna tell you something. Do a foundation chains. That way, if you are doing your chains, say if you're doing 150 chains, right? Your 150 chains, and then you have to go back and do your single crochet or have double crochets on top of the chains. It will be so much easier for you to um, do a foundation. And that way you're doing the chain and the stitch at the same exact time. And you will be okay. You will be all right with that. It's let me see. It's simple. I don't know if you guys know how to do the foundation chain. If you don't, let me know. But the foundation chain is just something that will allow you to be able to do both at the same time, so you don't have to keep going back. Your chain won't be turning, and you always want your stitches at the bottom. I'm gonna show you. You always want your stitches at the bottom to look like this. And the reason why is because I always go over because you want your blanket to look, blanket or whatever you're doing, you want it to look good, flawless. You don't want it to be, out of whack, because we are doing handmade, and handmade will be like one part might be stretched out a little bit, one might be in, one part might be out. You want it to basically square out, and doing a border around it will actually get you to square out. And as you can see, my border is clean, right? I'm gonna show you how to do that. How are you gonna do a border that's clean without it looking bumpy? You know how you make a border and it looks kind of bumpy? We don't want bumpy. I'm gonna show you what bumpy is, because I'm visual, so some people are too visual. And I'm gonna show you what bumpy is. This is bumpy. Let me see. Mm-mm-mm. Don't do bumpy. Where am I going? Oh, here it is. Can you see what I see? Okay, so what I mean by bumpy, you see that? That's bumpy. That's not clean. That's not clean at all. The sides right there, that's not clean. So the best thing to do is yeah, all the sides, that's That's not good. That's not good at all. It's actually not as bad, but when you see, oh yeah, no, that's bad. Look, that's bad. That's bad. This right here, yeah, you don't want it to look like that. You don't want it. I'm a firm believer of clean crochet. Clean meaning clean cut, clean looking, flawless, like not having anything out of place. No um strings hanging, no progress pictures. Can I talk about progress pictures? No, I don't want to talk about progress pictures because it's not a part of your questions. I want to talk about progress pictures so bad, but it's not a part of this unless you want me to. But I think I need to do a video on, how about that? I'm gonna do a video on how you guys should market your um progress pictures, your whips, your WIPs, because um showing a picture of your work when you are finished, completed, I actually think it's dope because it get people to be like, oh, that's nice. I want to see when you finish. So to show your progress picture every, so often is absolutely amazing. But if you have strings everywhere, dirt everywhere, um, pet hair everywhere, I see your garbage, it's gonna make me not want to look at it. I'm gonna be honest. It's gonna make me say, I don't even see the blanket. I see everything else. So you want the attraction to be part of just that blanket. So I'll do a video on that, on how to do it, how to take it, how to edit it, and progress pictures, whips. I gotta write everything down, everything. All right, so you're right about that. Hey, boo. I miss you, Kamora. I really miss you. You don't understand. I don't think you understand how much I miss you. Okay, let me I'm going to Georgia, Kamora. I feel like Kamora is like one of my zoomies, and her and the zoomies are the reason why I'm going to Georgia, and it's just so amazing. Whew, I don't want to cry because it's so, like, I'm telling you how happy I am that I'm getting out of here. I feel like I'm getting out of jail. I'm no lie. Whew, I don't think y'all understand. It's the best thing ever to be able to get your child out of an area that don't care about him. It's really that bad here in Jersey. It's bad, and it's sad. It's really sad. But that's another story. So I'm just doing this because I want to um I'm doing this because I want to let me see. I'm just showing you how to do a Graphghan with the stitches the way they are, as you can see. Um, let me see. Because it's easy to just do straight through, but it's when you have those gaps in between, and that's when we come to the color changing. That's what everybody's nervous about, color changing and how to read the graph. So that's basically, I'm gonna knock like 4 out at one time. Okay, so keep up. I'm gonna lock 4 out. I'm gonna do stitching, color changing, bobbins, and the carrying yarn. All actually 5, because I could add tangled yarn too. So I'm gonna do all of that at once. We got this, y'all. We got this. I lost y'all. I don't know where y'all at. Oh, there you go. I was about to say I can't find you. I think I'm gonna get rid of me and put. I wonder if I could get rid of me, but put this up. Let me see. Let me see if I can get rid of me so you can still hear me. I'm so yay! I'm excited too. You don't understand. It's just Kamara. It's been some struggles, man, and I'm actually finally able to get out of it. All right. I think this is showing me the opposite though. No, it's not. All right, so I'm gonna get off and put my camera on. Mm-mm-mm. There we go, my camera, and I'm gonna put the light down so we could get this started. All right, now what I'm gonna do is, no, that's not what I wanted to do. It's not gonna allow me to do it. Yes, it is. It's gonna allow me to do it. I just gotta add it as some. This is this is new, y'all. This is new. I just want y'all to be able to see both at the same time. Mm, let me see. Solo layout. Can y'all hear me? Y'all can still hear me, right? Okay. Boom. Now, can I add the screen? I don't want that there. I want this there. I'm trying to add the. Anyway, I'll keep going back and forth because it's not allowing me to do both at the same time. I'm trying to get you to have the camera as the main. All right, so let's get this started, right? So we're going to focus on single crochet first, and then we're going to go to half double crochet in the other line. All right, so y'all main problem is tangulation bobbins that I don't use. I don't like using bobbins, but I bought it for y'all. At the bottom, right, there should be wait a minute. Let me come back. Wait a minute. Let me come back. Okay. I'm gonna show you, right? I'm gonna show you. At the bottom, there is an area that says join. That's the area that you're gonna go to. Do you see subscribe? Wait, it's not gonna say join unless you're subscribed. Let me just tell you that. You have to be subscribed. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. And then you're able to do it. All right. So let me see. Let me still not seeing it. Think anyway, I'll just watch. Let me see something. One thing before I start, I'm gonna show you one thing. Cause I think here it is. Where is it? Where is it? Okay. Do you see what I see? Wait a minute. It's down here. It says join. Can you see my cursor? It's down there where it says join, or yeah, it's there. It's in that area. So That's the only thing I can think of is doing it that way. I don't know what else to do. It says join. That's where you need to join. All right. Oh, you're on your cell phone. Gotcha. I gotcha. I see what you're saying. All right, let me get back to here. Let me get back to here. And we're going to put my camera in the spotlight. All right, so the bobbins you guys have a problem with, and you guys have a problem with the hanging strings. So I'm gonna show you that I do not use bobbins. I use hanging strings. I love my hanging strings, and I have no problem with it. It's actually a method that I've been using for such a long time. And even if it did get a little bit of tangulation, it's okay for me because the tangle of the yarn is therapeutic for me as well, and it's not tangled to the point where there's a knot. It's only tangled like if I pull together, it may start to like tangle, but the more you turn around, I'll show you as we do it. I'll show you in a few, but we're gonna do this what I have. We're gonna do this way. You can see how to do it. Let me see. Okay. So the first row is 5, 5, 5. So I got 15. I have 15 stitches, right? And the 15 stitches is the white background, then it's going to be the pink in the middle, and then the white background. So you're going to get all of your bobbins together with the colors that you need. All the colors that you need. You're going to look at that. Let me show you what you're looking at. You're going to look at it and you're going to say, okay, I need 2 colors. Actually, let me get a little bit more technical. Let me because these are the questions you're asking, right? So I'm going to actually go over them. The questions you're asking is color changing. So it may be just more than one color. So I'm going to add another color. So how do we do that? Like, how do you do colors in between and stuff like that? So this is what I'm going to do. Okay. This is just, I'm only doing it. This is absolutely nothing. I'm literally just doing this so you can see the grooves. You can see where the stops. You can see where there's one stitch and then you move on to the other. Do you carry? Do you not carry? Like, these are what I'm going to actually go over because those were the questions. The questions are focusing more on the coloring. The questions are asking, how are we doing this? Like, why is this not looking right? Now, the one thing I can also say when you are doing a Graphghan is your graph needs to be good. If your graph is not good, I'm sorry, but that could be your problem right there. The graph needs to be good. Okay, Diva, how do I know I got a good graph? Well, first of all, if you get it from me, you got a good graph. But second of all, when buyer beware, when you're purchasing your graph, you want to make sure that the image that you're looking at is a pixeled image and not a regular image. What I mean by that is, for instance, I can give you an example because I want you to get the good graph. So I'll give you an example. Okay, Mom. Okay, I can show you. All right, I'll show you. I was about to say no, I can't show you, but I can show you. I'm about to put it in my shop tomorrow, so I can show you. Where is it? Oh my gosh, where did I put it? I don't, um, I thought I had it up. You want to make sure that you are looking at the pixeled image. And I'm going to show you exactly what that looked like. The pixeled image is actually a grapher who is crocheting, not crocheting, who is graphing, and they take the grid away. So basically you will be looking at opening a new tab. Why is not opening up in a new tab? You will basically be there it is. Looking at a graph that has, it's just a graph that's already done, but it has no grid. So it's a pixeled image versus the regular image. And I'm going to show you now. I have it. I have it up for you. Let me pull it up. I wish there was like, they have more than one. I wish they had more than one option to leave up instead of me keep putting it down and up. This is annoying. Every time I put it down, then I gotta put it back up again. Like, come on now. They gotta do a better way. That's why I think I'm changing my streaming. Plus, I could be on Instagram with the other one too. So I think I'm gonna change my streaming because you gotta keep going in and out, and this is annoying. Okay, so this is Miss Piggy, right? This is what um some graphers use, and when they are showing how their stuff look, that's how it look. That's what they do. That's what they will put out. So that's an actual vector, clip art, SVG. If it's for people who are creating stuff, that's what they will use, and they will put it out there. They will put it on their Etsy or website or whatever and say, this is the graph that I have. The thing about it is, if you do not see what exactly the graph is going to look like, then it could be a problem. Now I'm going to show you how a pixeled image look. This is what you should see. And is that somebody on here? Oh, somebody came on. Oh, ooh, we got company. All right, let me share. Oh, so that's the pixel version. This is the actual graph. This is the graph that you are going to purchase. You will want to see that because um some of them will show you the actual picture and not the graph. And when you do that, then you're going to be like, well, I thought I was receiving this graph, but this is the wrong graph. And that's because we tend to buy without seeing what we're buying. So that's basically what I'm trying to let you know. Let's be careful, buyer beware. Make sure that, and then also ask the size. Always ask the size. She not, when she get on, I'll put her on. Ask the size because size matters. And always because you might love the picture, right? But then when you get it, you like, why is this 300 by 400? I don't got time to do 300 by 400. So then you like, I don't want to do this. Why I gotta do 300 by 400? Yeah, and that's basically another buyer beware. That's basically what you gotta always make sure you get the size. Make sure you understand the size. Make sure you understand what you're getting yourself into. and unconnected lines. I can't go into unconnected lines right now because it's just going to be too much, but unconnected lines is something that we do not want at all. Are you on, Gail? We got company. She's having a hard time getting on, I think. Let me see. Yeah, she's having a hard time getting on. But let me see. Okay, so 3, 4, 5. And then I'm going to add the pink. Okay, so I'm going to add my bobbin, which is the bobbin that's already on my bobbin. And this is an actual small bobbin though. Like there's big bobbins, there's the huge ones. Gail can show you when she get on. It's different types. And so I'm not using pop, lock, and drop, and I'm using HCG. Let me write that down. I'm using HCG. HCG is my go-to, but it's preference. It's if you want to do HCG, that's preference. Okay, so I'm going to take my bobbin and I'm going to add. This is not my pop, lock, and drop. This is just me adding, just doing a regular color change. So I'm gonna do different versions of color changes, but this I'm gonna do first. What's the matter? You can't get on, Gail? What's wrong? She can't get on. I don't know what happened. You can't get on? Because her bobbin, she uses bobbin, so she could show you how she uses hers. But when you get to that stop, that part where you need to stop, that's where you do your color change. Let me see. Your color change should. Let me see. So I did 5. Now I'm going to do the 5 pink, and then I'm going to do 5 more of the white. So I wanted to show you what I'm doing. And I'm going from the bottom, from right to left. And then I'm going to do left to right, and then right to left. So I'm going to keep going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And yes, I'm doing HCG. I'm doing HCG. Okay, so I'm going to add my pink. I stopped right here at the 3 on the hook, and now I'm adding my pink. And I'm going to pull through all 3, tug down from the back a little bit, and then I'm going to crochet 5. 1, 2, and as I'm doing that, I'm weaving in my tail. What the hell? She can't get in. Her camera not working. You might need to turn it go all out, go completely out, and then go back in. That's the only other way I could tell you. Go completely out and then come back in. Okay, so now I'm going to add the white. So I'm going to pick up another bobbin. So we're going to have 3 bobbins. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to do this. I'm going to stop crocheting over my tail, and then I'm going to add this. Any questions? Any questions before I keep going? No questions, because I don't want to keep going too fast and you guys are like, wait, hold up, what about this, what about that? So I'm going to do, I'm gonna put this in the camera in a few seconds. I gotta fix this real quick. I don't want to give you something. Okay, I want to show you this too. Now, you ask, how do I weave in my ends? I weave my ends as I go. So as I'm going to weave in. Will I do it all the time? No, I will not. I will not always do it, and I'll show you when I'll do it. I'll show you. So as you can see, all of my work is hanging from the back. All of my strings are hanging from the back. See how neat it look? My color change is neat. My strings hanging, it is, even the strings hanging is neat. All right, let me pull back up my the graph so I can show you where I'm at now. So now we are on the second line, right? So we're right here. Let me get this. We're right here. So before we went this way, so we're going left to right now. No, I'm lying. I'm sorry. We went this way. Now we're going that way. So the next line is the purple, and then we have the pink right here. So I'm going to show you how to do that. You still can't get in, Gail? Can you hear me? She can't get in. But all right, let me keep going. So as I'm gonna pull it down though. So as you can see, it's 5, then 2. So it's 5 of the white. I hate counting, but I don't count. But I'm gonna show you guys how to count because y'all, this is the beginning. So it's 5, and then 5, and then 2 white, 1 pink, 2 white. I'm gonna show you how to do that. Never mind. I thought she was having a hard time getting in, and her ass is eating. All that time, I'm thinking she can't get in, and she eating. I'm done. Wait, maybe I should print that out. This, you know what? Instead of me showing this, I'm gonna print it. Let me print it. That way, I don't have to keep going in there, and I could just keep this up. But she eating. I'm thinking she want to try to get in, and she's like, "I'm eating, girl. Like, let me finish eating." Crazy, 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 crazy. Let me print this so that you can see it while I'm doing it, because it'll be so much easier. And I think a lot of people want to use written instructions because they feel like it's easier. But I'm gonna tell you something. I don't get it. I don't get how it's easier because when I first started doing written instructions, it scared me because I did not know what I was doing. I need to see. I'm a visual person. I need to see what I am doing. And with written instructions, I can't see. And the first time I did it, I had an order and the written instructions was not correct at all. I don't know who read it. I don't remember where I got it from, but this was a long time ago. And the person who gave it to me, I guess they wrote it out, the written instructions, and it was not correct. So the way I was crocheting it, it was wrong. And I had to keep stopping and starting over, stopping and starting over. And that kind of detoured me from doing it. I never wanted to do it again. So as you see, I'm putting the tail on my hook. So I'm gonna, this is HDC. So I'm yarn over and I'm going in to the next stitch, right? In while this tail is right on top of my hook. Yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 3. And then I'm gonna do it again. And then I'm going to leave this alone, put it down, because now the next stitch is where I'm going to do my change of color. So I'm gonna go in, pull up a loop, then I'm going to take my string and put it down. But I'm putting it down to the front. Why? Because this is the back of my work. I want all of my strings to hang to the back. Remember when I was talking about progress pictures? Progress pictures tell you that people are putting their strings wherever you are. So if you are in the back, you put your strings down in the back. If you are in the front, you put your strings down in the front. So wherever you are at, you're putting your strings down. And that's where we have a problem. You don't want to do that. You want to put your strings in the back only. And this way, the front of your work, especially with progress pictures, it doesn't have strings hanging. We want to see your work. We want to see your images. We want to see that. We love seeing that. We love seeing your work. So we want to make sure that you are doing an excellent job. And we can't see it if you have strings hanging. I can't see it. I don't know if anybody else could. You know what? It's always gonna be somebody be like, I can see it. Well, then you look at it. Then I don't want to look at it. Anyway, let me stop. So as I'm going, I'm pulling. I hate this. I'm pulling some more bobbin. I'm pulling my bobbin down like this so that I can keep going. I don't know how Gail do this. I used to use bobbins all the time too. I stopped. So I'm going to put my new color in, pull down on this white, and then yarn over, I'm picking up this tail, and then I'm going in, pull out a loop, and go through all three. And as I'm doing that, I'm pulling this.
Girl, stop it. Ain't
I don't
nothing
like it. I
bobbing.
don't like it. I don't like it.
Stop it. The
I don't
bobbing
like it.
life.
Bobbins are not life.
Yes, they are.
Bobbins are pain in the ass.
No, you are a pain in the ass. Do
I
not
am.
mute.
I
Mhm.
am. I'm a pain in the ass about my work. And I can do it quicker without the damn bobbins.
Period.
Pooh. Hi, boo. I miss you.
How are you? I got a
Oh,
cold.
I think my allergies is bothering me now.
Mine
As
are.
as I'm talking, you can hear it now. My
Mhm.
allergies is bothering me.
I sound probably like somebody's daddy.
No,
Mm.
you sound like somebody smoked. Somebody mom who smoked.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
That's how you sound. All right, so I'm turning my work. Oh no, I'm talking and didn't even do what I was supposed to do. My ink is dying. My ink is dying. All right, so I did that part. Now this one is supposed to be purple, so my bad. I'm sorry. Let me change it to the purple. Whew. Yeah, what are you working on now?
Roman.
Are you
And
almost finished?
yes. I got 47 rows.
Oh yeah, you almost finished.
Yeah.
Yes.
Next time I start on Grayson and P. Diddy.
Okay, okay. And I got the mother grass for y'all. Look,
Period.
I can't wait till I show you Betty Boop though. Oh, I outdid myself with Betty Boop. I outdid myself.
The Bengals lost, ladies.
What?
The Bengals lost today.
Oh, sorry.
Don't be sorry. Be careful. I don't know if I can change. Put that change.
Oh, all right. So I'm gonna take this off. All
Change.
right. So what I do is see where the pink is. I hate that my ink is dying. This was pink and this is purple. So being that I have pink right here, I'm going. Oh shoot! I'm sorry. Being I have pink right here and pink right here, I'm going to pull that up. So this is why I like to look at my stuff. I like to look at it and stop and not do written, because when you do written instructions, it just you can't see it, and then you got more work. It's more work to me. I don't know. I don't know if it's for you, but it's more work for me to have to do that. But yeah. So I'm gonna show you what I would do. I'm going to put the purple in. Put the purple. Now, like I said, I'm going to need this pink. So I'm going to take it with me. I'm going to,
Shauna, you did a
yeah.
foundation chain on this.
Uh-uh.
When
Why?
doing the foundation chain, when you complete the chain before you turn the second row, is that the front before or after you chain one and turn? This is from Kizzy J.
Oh, I was talking about foundation chains.
Okay.
Um, I do a chain one when you complete the chain. When you complete the chain before you turn to for the second row, is that the front before or after you chain one? I don't understand.
I know what she's saying, but I can't remember when I do a foundation chain. You just got to see which side them tails end up on. I think that
Oh, I see what you're saying. To be honest, it don't matter.
it doesn't matter with a Graphghan. You just keep
No,
going.
it doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Cause I do foundation chains on my blankets. But I can't remember what side it end up on. I think it ended up on the back side.
I think it ends up on the back,
When I turn, my next row was on the back side.
but it doesn't
It
matter.
doesn't. Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to take my tail as well as this pink. I'm going to put it on top of my hook and then go in, and then I'm going to crochet over.
When do you just establish front or back?
Um, I'm I'm going to tell you as I go. Right now I'm on the back. Every other row. So if you start with the first row, so this would be row 1, right? This is row 1. This is row 2, which I'm gonna put on this side. This is 3. So all of the numbers that's on this side is odd. All of the odd, you whatever you start with is going to be odd, right? So that means this will be your front. So every time you are on an odd row, that's your front. This side, every time you're on this side, this is all your even.
And
So
also look at your image. When you look at it, you can tell
some
the
people
front
don't pay
from the back.
attention, but yeah. Some people don't pay attention. Eventually, that's why I'm showing this, because I think eventually you will understand and you will see it. You will see the image. And so all your even numbers will be the back. So every time you hit like 2, you you will be on the back. If you hit like 10, you'll be on the back. If you hit 13, you'll be on the front. So just look at it like that. That's if you start off with row 1. If you start off with row 2, then it's opposite. All right. So now I'm going with the purple. I'm sorry you can't see because my ink is dying. But this is purple and this is pink. So I'm going over because I need to bring this pink over. And this again, this is the reason why I don't like to do written instructions, because I can see where I need to go. So this is 5, right? Then I'm going to stop. When I stop, I'm going to pull this over and pull up my white, because I have 2 white. So I'm going to go 2 white. 1 and 2. Boom. Now I need pink. Now this is where you are having problems, and this is what I'm reading. Your problem is, do I add a new one or can I carry? Well, being that it's only 2 over, I'm going to carry this. I'm going to carry this, but I'm going to show you what I do to carry it. This is white, so white can see. Like you could definitely see this pink through this white. So what I'm going to do is pull my white down, pick up this pink, put it through all 3, but I'm going to do it very loose. I'm going to do it loose. I'm going to do it as loose as possible, because as you can see, this is like coming up like that, right? Because we want our images to be mirrored, we want our Graphghan to be mirrored on both sides. We want to be able to look at the front, which is going to be the same on the back. what I'm going to do is yarn over and put my hook in between where this is, where I just pulled it at, and then go into the next stitch, pull it up. I only need one, and then that's that. When I go back over, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to crochet over this, because when I crochet over this is going to hide this part right here. So you never are going to see strings just floating to the side on my thing. You will never see that. Do you do the same thing? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute, I just put it in the wrong area. I told them you stalked me until I helped you, and that your work is like damn near better than mine now.
Person who crochets backwards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I could actually say you do your ish backwards. You crochet backwards, but you do it. You do it so well.
Well, thank you.
Okay, so I'm going this way. We finished this part, right? So I got that pink on there. Now I'm going back this way. So this row is all purple. And hey, boo, how art thou? Hi, Diva Squad member. Hey, Diva in the house.
Bobbins are live.
Bobbins orange.
Alive.
Bobbins orange. I don't know what you talking about.
Bobbins are alive. Don't pay attention to her. Organized. Hi, Miss Mona.
Okay. Why your what's the name keep going in, out off?
I don't know, but yours is going in and out on my end too.
For real?
Yeah.
It's going yours is going out on my end and mine's going out on your end. That's
Yeah, I'm not
crazy.
doing anything.
I'm not doing that neither. That's crazy. So this is all purple. So we're gonna do two white, and then we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then 2. 2, 2, and 11. That's what we're gonna do. And as you can see, look at my strings. This is how I like it. I like it hanging. I like them all hanging. I love it like that. So as you can see, the more I turn it around, it's going to start getting twisted. And how do I keep it from getting twisted? I just keep when I keep going, I just turn it like the same way. I was always taught to turn my work as I'm turning a page in a book. So when you turn the page in a book, then you turn that way. But then when you go back to it, you turn the opposite way. So that's what I was always told. And that way your work don't keep twisting. Like the more you twist it, it's going to start twisting and twisting and twisting. So I kind of sort of eliminate that by just turning it back and then forth, then back and forth like that. Not only that, also too, when you put your work up, say if you're going to stop for the day, and you want to continue it the next day, it's a good habit that I started is get a sheet and wrap it up in a sheet. Always wrap it up so that you have your sheet down, and then you crochet. When you finish, all your strings are hanging, bobbins or whatever, and then you put it in the middle of the sheet, and then I just wrap the sheet up like a gift, wrap it up, fold it up, and then put it up, because it'll actually keep it maintained. You don't get nothing tangled, and it's clean, especially for baby blankets. I think that's the best thing to do for baby blankets.
Kizzy, I add yarn as they become empty. You never know how much you're gonna use. You just keep going till you finish on the bobbins. You know how many color changes. It keeps me honest with the color changes so that one is already ready. No, I don't know how much yarn I'm gonna use. I just keep them ready, and then if I have so many left over, I either sometimes take them loose, or let me see here, I throw them to the side in a trusty bag until the next time.
So you always have it like,
Yeah, so
so if
I
you,
if I go back to that color, they're already there.
they're
But
already there. That's smart.
if I don't have enough bobbins, I'll take them off and add them to like small balls. But 9 times out of 10, I don't, because I have enough bobbins to make me about 30 blankets. Don't judge me. I got a whole container full because I use them. I use them
Mm-hmm.
on scarves. I use them on blankets. A lot of people, i.e. Shauna, don't like them, but I love them.
Yeah,
We're
it
gonna
doesn't
hit
serve a purpose.
Matai Shauna with a bobbin. We're gonna hit Matai Shauna with a bobbin.
I'm going to sleep with them damn bobbins because they get on my nerves. You know why I stopped using bobbins? I stopped using bobbins because I just wanted to start crocheting. I didn't
She
want
used
to.
multiple schemes. Yes, she does. Continue on. It looks like hair all over the place. That shit be tangled. I would
Diva,
die.
you just use multiple schemes all at once. You know what I do, and I think that's what people think that it's just a whole lot of like.
That's what a whole lot of junk.
You know what I do? I just use just enough for like that area. So say if I'm making a big graph and it's like 200 by 200, the sides I know is gonna be all white.
Hi Tracy.
So I will have just the skein. I would just use the skein and put it
So
in
I
my
do that too. I put
yeah,
this on
I
the
just use
side
the
because
skein.
if I know that I have the blues and there's a lot. Let me show you. If I have a lot of blues, so I have a blue at the beginning and a blue on the other side because
Yeah.
I'm primarily using blue. But
Yeah.
my colors that I need a whole lot of color changes, that's where I put my bobbins on. If that makes
I
sense, baby.
also split it. Like for instance, I would take a portion of the inside and pull it out and like split my skein. So I will have one whole skein. I don't know how. Wait, I will have one whole skein, right? And should I could do it on this one. And I would take like or maybe I should use a newer one. I would take like some of it on the inside. No, I'll use this because I do need. I would take some of the inside and pull it out like this. And cut it. That way I have some here on one side and then I have some on the other side. And what I would do is I would put it in baggies or you could like wind it. It's up to you. You could put it in baggies or wind it. What I did start doing was using my bags, the yarn bags, the yarn organizers, put it in there and just have all the strings hanging from there. So I really don't have to worry about too much of anything because it just stays in the yarn bag. The organizer actually was my saving grace, to be honest. The bags, I have like 3 different ones. So if I have one that's a small one, and the small one I would use if it's a small project, or the big one I would use if I have multiple skeins, and that's what I would do. But if it's like a small area with just a little bit of yarn, I would either take a little bit of yarn or just pull them out. So this next row is all purple. So what I did was I pulled it over. See, I pulled it over like that, and we are going to crochet over this one little area of this pink, and that's it. That's it. That one area of the pink. We just gonna pull it up because again, remember we have pink on this side too. We have pink up here, but I'll show you that in a few. I'll show you what I do with that as well. So I'm gonna keep on going. I can carry the pink if I wanted to because to be honest, the pink and the pink is would go through the purple, but I don't want to do that. So remember also I pulled that pink across, I want to hide that. So as I'm going into my stitch, I'm going to go into this string that I pulled over. I'm going through both. And because I go through both, I'm able to hide it. So I'm going to do it one more time. Go through the purple and the pink at the same time. So I'm going to turn around.
Tracy, I personally prefer HDC versus single crochet because number one, I feel like my project is bigger, it's neater, and you get more bang for your buck. And single crochet for me, I'm slow. What
Yeah,
about
the
you, Shauna?
same. Yeah, the same. I do HDC all the time. It's my go-to. So, and it's quicker and it's bigger. It's
I
my
think it
go-to.
looks neater, and your project is not as smart.
Yeah.
When you charging somebody, I don't know about any range for anybody else, but if you want to charge somebody $160, $200 for a blanket, would you prefer something this small or this big? I try to give them to get big
And you
bang.
could charge more.
Yeah.
It's the same exact stitches, same exact rows, but you're able to charge more because it's gonna be bigger.
She said not as stiff, right? Not as stiff too, right? What do you mean as far as the stitch? If I do single crochet, my work is still not stiff because I'm not gonna kill my hands to make it that tight. I don't know about other people, but my single crochet is just as flowing or just as not as tight as my HDC.
I crochet tight, period. So my HDC and my single crochet is always gonna be tight. So I go up a stitch. So I always have my handy dandy K. I use my K.
I
But
use
that's because I'm real tight.
I use a H on. I mean, I use a I on all blankets. Sometimes I use a H, but my preference is the I hook.
Mm. Every 10, oh sorry, every 10 rolls, I will like cut the loose strings so that at the end I don't have to worry about it a whole lot.
Okay.
And because I'm crocheting as I'm weaving and crocheting as I go, I am able to not have to worry about those hanging strings and weaving at the end. Now, do I have to weave? Sometimes, but it's not a lot. Like out of a 150 by 200 blanket, I might have to weave in a regular detailed blanket, maybe 20. No, that's too much.
I'm gonna show
Maybe
you mine
5
and
or
show you
10.
how much weaving I have to do.
Yeah,
I count
maybe 5 or
as I
10.
go because it's annoying to me. I crochet over those tails so that when I get done, I'm not married to it and I'm not weaving, going back and weaving as I go. So as you can see, I probably don't have any tails, maybe just a few. I'm not in the camera. Maybe just a few that I'll have to go back and fix. But for the most part, I try to. Why is the camera looking like that? I try to weave in as I go. So as you can see, it's mostly clean. You can't hardly see anything that I will have to go back and fix because for me, it's to know when I'm done with it, I want to be finished. Got it? This is for my grandson, Roman. He is 1 month old yesterday. Shauna, did we lose you? Can you guys hear me? Or did she lose me? Can you hear me? Shauna, did we lose you? Okay. Shauna, what happened?
My nose is stuffy, man. I don't know. Allergies is on point. But yeah, so the tails, I don't really have to do a lot of tails. only like for instance, this one part right here. So say if this is the only part I have to do and I don't need no more pink, I leave it alone. And then what I would do is I would take this and then I would either use a tapestry needle, or I would take my hook and hook it through. And what I would do is I would hook it through, through the grain or against the grain, only where the pink is. So like I said, because it's just one little pink right there, I'm only gonna go like maybe in the groove. uh I'll show you in a few how I do that, because I gotta clip that anyway, because I need pink on the next row. So
You should have had those bottoms already ready, sis.
there's no need. I actually have the bobbins, but I don't need it. So I'm going to cut it, and what I mean by weaving in against the grain is just basically going into the stitch like this and pulling it through like that. Just I'm using a smaller hook, like something like 2 or 3 sizes smaller, and then I would just keep on
Mimi.
pulling like that.
I learned that trick from her. But sometimes I don't do it well. Sometimes I be catching all the other yarn on the other end, so I just grab a needle.
Yeah, the tapestry needle, sometimes I don't have it available. I just want to hurry
Mhm.
up and do this. So I would definitely use the tapestry needle, either or. It doesn't matter. It serves the same damn purpose. So that's how I do it, and then I'll cut. Booyah. And I usually go like this, you know. So once you do that, my aunt always told me when you do that, it's like the ends go in, and then when you spray it at the end and it starts to get damp and then air dry, boom, you good to go. Because once it air dries inside, and you don't have to worry about a lot of the ends coming out. Because a lot of people have like this coming out, right? That's what you want to eliminate. So blocking at the end is a good idea, because that means your yarn sets. Like right now, what it's doing is exactly what it'll do throughout wear and tear. It's gonna start peeking out. So the best thing to do is when you wash and you block, it sets in and it doesn't come out. My early blankets, yeah, they came out, but the ones now, I don't have a problem.
I
All right.
used to make my tails too short, and mine would be a mess. And I learned a hard way that you got to make those tails long enough that you can crochet over and not snip them, or your work will fall apart.
Mm, I did at one point too. I used to do that. All right. So now we're on the next row, and we're going to go this way. So now we are going to show the back of the row, because we're on what, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're on row 5 now. So I'm going to go this way.
So
And
show
this,
them your front again, Shauna.
hmm,
Show them your front again.
my front,
Your
this is
front
my
is right
front.
here, and all the tails are on the back. You see how neat it looks? Look
Yes.
at it against the image.
Yes.
Yes. You see, she
Yes.
has one pink at the bottom, the purple on top, two whites in the middle of that. Very neat, very clean. And once you turn it over, all her tails will be on the back. Do not have those tails in the front anymore, ladies. It drives me batty.
It do. We talk about you.
What you say about me?
No, I'm saying those people who have the strings in the
Oh,
front. We talk about them.
she said, Diva, did you start from right to left? All Graphghans go. The first row will be left, left to
Right,
right, and then the
right
next
to
row will
left,
be right
left
to
to
left.
right, right to left, left to right. You can start from the bottom and work your way up, or you could start from the top working your way down, or you could start from the side, from this side this way. I think you doing it from the side,
I
right?
always do the I not always, but I like to do side to side depending on how many color changes I have and depending on the letters. Because I think the letters sometimes look better side to side.
it
So it's
it
your preference.
it's preference, but I think that I like doing it on the side. That's why I do all of my scarves on the side, but I like to do them on the side because it is less color changing. So depending on the color changing is where I would look to see if I want to do it from top to bottom or bottom to top or side to side. That's how I would look at it. If I want to do the if it's a whole lot of color changing, like for instance, if I had my name here, you see all those color changings we have to do. You have to do here, you know. So it would be best to do it on the side because then you will have just one color for each
Up and down.
up
And
and
I think
down. Yeah.
sometimes the letters look neater when you do side to side.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So this up here is going to be one pink, two white, one pink, and then the purple in between here. So let me show you what I would do with that. Now, remember we had the pink down here? I cut it. We don't need it down there no more. We need it over here. So I cut it and now I'm going to do two. But I'm going to do, so even if you're doing single crochet, it's the same thing. Same exact thing, just single crochet.
And don't get on here doing no double crochets on no Graphghans. Please
We
do
we
not.
talked about that. Yep. No, don't do it. Actually, I have this right here. Was this done in double crochet? I think this was done in double crochet. No, this is HDC. No, this is HDC. I actually have it though. Wait, I have it. I have a picture of how it would look. Double crochet. So the top right here is the, what is that? HDC. Then next to it, the pink with the black cross, that is Tunisian. Then the bottom is double crochet, and then this is single crochet. So as you can see, the size makes a difference.
Hmm.
The
That
size,
double crochet, that blanket will be distorted and it will be huge.
yep. Like the basketball play I was telling y'all about, really slim and really tall. That's what your blanket will be. It will be real slim and tall, and that's not what you want. You want it to look good. So as you can see, the single crochet is smaller, but it's a good proportion. The HDC is, to me, it's bigger and it looks good. The Tunisian is small, but the image is on point. The image looks straight. The image is not jagged. The image looks perfect to me. It's just that it's smaller. And that's why I do my scarves with Tunisian crochet. So they both, all four had the same exact needle size, which was 5.5. Even the Tunisian 5.5. So it's the same exact hook. The stitch made the difference, the size. So whoever asked that question, that's your size. That's what you need to, wait a minute. 35 size. I'm gonna timestamp this. So that's where you have to pay attention. Make sure you know whether or not you're gonna do single crochet or half double crochet. And to be honest, HDC is the win for me. But then some people don't like when they do HDC, their stitches don't look good. So I would suggest to try single crochet. See how that look. See how, because it could be your hook. Because to be honest, when Gail told me about, you told me about furrows And you told me about the furrow first because I was using furrow first, and furrows was my first like bougie needle, my first bougie hook, and I was hooked, and I realized I was able to crochet quicker, like way fast. So
Mm-hmm.
try something else, try like a different hook, and you may be able to crochet. Now I'm not saying that you can't crochet with a Susan Bates or tulip, but if you try another hook just to try it, that can get you to where you need to be.
Them clover hooks, you gonna slide and glide like butter. Yes,
Yeah.
Natalie. She said she can also add that if you get a graph that's not proportioned correctly, you could end up with a basketball player blanket as well. I totally agree.
Hell yeah.
I be
You
seeing them
got a
people
lot of
graphs
people like
that's 200 times 250, or you'll see something weird like 235 times 135. I'm like, well, who
that.
would want to do that? And it looks stupid
Well,
when you
you
can
know
see it.
why? Because it's the grapher who is using the image. So this is why I love that I know how to do graphic arts, and I love the fact that I know a proportion. I know how to proportion the image. So I could take an image that's a landscape and still make it look like a portrait and still make it look good, and vice versa, because you have to know size and you have to know proportions. And I could take an image and create it and make it landscape and then add to it and still make it look good proportion, and it won't be so huge, it'll be small, because that's another thing. When you purchase graphs, they're huge, huge, because it's easier to create a huge blanket, like easy, like it
A
don't
huge graph. A huge
I
graph.
mean graph is easy to do it. It's really easy to
It
complete.
is not going to be easy to crochet that huge image. It's going to take you forever and you don't want to be married to it.
Right. So that's one thing I love about my graphs is you can actually like have time to do it. Like you
Get a
can.
masterpiece and it still look good and not look
Right.
choppy and stupid and distorted.
Right. So I'm not saying all graphers are like that. I'm just saying be buyer beware. So as you can see, I'm pulling this over. I'm pulling my pink over because I'm going to carry it over. But I'm not carrying it inside the stitch. I'm carrying it over the stitch. Reason why is because I honestly don't want that white to show it. Now I could do it because I usually don't carry no more than 3 stitches. But what I've been doing lately is just doing it like this. I'm pulling it over. Now, because I only have 1 stitch, I am not taking this tail. When I come back, you see on this top, when I come back up here, I can go over the tail up here. So this is another reason why written instructions will not serve a purpose for me, because I will not know that I can do this up here.
And since she going to carry that pink, she can pick it up in the next row and make it neat when she
Right.
bring it up.
Exactly. So this is the reason why I love to look at my graph and assess how I'm going to plan as I go. So I know what I need to prepare for the next couple of stitches. So I'm going to get rid of this pink that's hanging over like I did over here. So don't worry about that. But we're going to go do that 1 stitch and change the yarn to the purple.
Disha, are you here?
No.
Oh, she's not here today. Okay.
So I have 2 purple and then 4 pink. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go do my 2. And now what I'm going to do is bring over that pink again. I'm bringing this pink over like I did over here. And then when we go to the next row, I'm going to get rid of that. So as you see me pulling it, right? I'm not pulling it tight. I'm doing it loose. But as I'm doing it, I'm putting my finger on it right here. I'm putting my thumb, yarn over, and then I'm pulling through. That leaves a little, like it leaves a little bit right here. And the reason why I do that is because I don't want it to pull. Because when you pull on it, it starts leaving an indent in your work in your blanket. I don't want to do that. So now I'm going to crochet that. What is it? 4.
Tracy, what kind of project is it?
1, 2.
I have a question. I have a project that calls for chain with an eye, then go to 4.5, but it's double crochet. I don't like double crochet. Can I go to an eye and work out and it work out? A Star Wars what blanket? A Star Wars Graphghan? Star Wars what, Tracy?
Wait, one more question. I have a project that calls for a chain within eye.
Girl, if somebody told me that I was doing 2 different crochet hooks on one blanket, I would tell them to go to hell. That's gonna look stupid.
No,
You use
who's
the
saying
same hook
that?
throughout so that it's proportion. That means those letters gonna be small and the
Oh
rest of it's gonna be
no, why
big. No,
would
you
they
use the
do
same
that?
thing the whole time. I don't know. Yeah, whoever wrote that, I wouldn't even buy from him. That's incorrect information. It's almost like if you're making a sweater and you start off with a size J and it tells you to jump down to a size H. Would you do that? I wouldn't.
No. Because look at what I just showed you. Well, with the stitches, the different sizes. That's the same thing with different
They
hooks.
going from an I to that 7. That's down 2
Right.
sizes. That's
Yes.
like a whole size. Yeah.
That's one whole size down and
Hmm.
up and down and up. So you're gonna have a lot of what
Like a
was the
piano.
purpose in that though?
Mm. I would never tell them to go to hell. They don't want you to sell your work, Tracy. They don't want you to sell your work. They want you to be stuck with that Star Wars. No, I would never.
I never heard of no crap like that. Who decided to do that? Tracy, we gotta talk. I've never heard of nothing like that before. That
So
is
that's a
actually
no.
scary.
No, Tracy, I wouldn't do that.
That's scary.
I hope your graph is nice.
I saw Tracy's work. It's good. You know that that was not a good idea
I
because
said
I
I
saw your
hope the
work.
graph is nice, not her work, her graph. If they tell you to do that, I would think they are suspect. Okay, but we can move on. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
You could put I would if you want to do a whole Graphghan in a G, use the G. If you want to use the whole Graphghan in an H,
Use
continue on
the
with the
H.
H. If you want to use the I, continue with the I,
Don't
etc. I
switch
would
it.
never go up another size. She
Don't
said,
switch it.
let me tell you something else. If the graph is not good, because I have to do it sometime even on Diva's work. If you see unconnected lines, go fill in the blanks. You might not see a broken line, but if you see where it's a mistake and 2 colors are touching and they doesn't look right, go make your own so that it will fill in the blanks. She don't want me to say that, but sometimes I fill in her blanks too.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Handmade, boo, handmade.
I know we all are not perfect. Even players mess up. That's right, Tracy. Laugh at her. Hmm. Okay, I'm behaving. Continue on, Shauna.
Lord. All right. So I'm going into the 3. The 3 what is this? Pink. I really would. I can't believe my ink is running out. I just bought it. So I needed 1, 2, 3, 4 down here, but up here I only need 1 pink. So I'm going to pull it over. So as I'm going with the white, I'm going to crochet over this pink, and over this pink stitch. So I'm crocheting over the 3 stitches. Because I'm crocheting over the 3 stitches, that's allowing me, God bless you,
Thank you.
that's allowing me to bring this pink to the area that I need it to be, and I don't have to even tug on it. And booyah. Stop, add that pink, and now it's time to do the 2 purple. So I'm going to do the 2 purple like that, yarn over and go through. So remember when I pulled on it right here, I'm going to cover that up right now. So I'm going to put my hook in and yarn over and pull up. So basically I'm putting that that loop through there so that I'm hiding it. So I needed to do it one more time. I'm going through again, and there you go. I'm hiding it. Now I'm going to four. I'm going to do 4 of the pinks. So I'm pulling this pink over again, because again, we need the pink, right? And because it's only 2 stitches in between, I could pull it over. If it was 3, I'm gonna
Sometimes
say
I still
4
will
more.
go.
If it was 3,
Depending
I
on
would
what I'm
do it.
doing.
If it was 3, I would do it. But 4, I won't.
I won't do 4. But 3, you can still sometimes hide it depending on where it is on your graph.
Yeah,
But 4, I have a whole nother color already ready.
yeah. So I'm gonna do the 4 pink. But as I'm doing the 4 pink, remember we got this white here that's just hanging. So I'm gonna pull that with me. So as I am going, what am I doing? I'm weaving in as I'm going. So basically I am cleaning it, the back and the front at the same time. It sounds like it's a whole lot, but it really isn't. It's just basically pulling your strings as you go. And if it's 3 or more, well, I'm gonna say 4 or more, get a new bobbin, get a new string. 4 or more, that's
Each
it.
bobbins represents the next color change. That's how I look at it. Each bobbin represents the color changes. So I have 3, even though I have two in between. I have 2 reds, 2 whites, 2 reds. I am not going to carry that red underneath my white because it looks like trash to me. So I
Mm-hmm.
have 1 red here, then I have the white, and I have another red on the end. And as you can see, it looks clean as the board of health, baby. You don't see that red bleeding up underneath that white. It drives me crazy. Tracy, she's busy and I'm not busy. If you want to send it to me real quick, I can take a look and tell you if I think it's good or bad. Before you get out there and use your size I hook and then go back down to a 7, or if you want to use your H hook and then go back down to a J, I can let you know if I think the graph is yay or nay.
Oh wait, you said you
She
sent it.
said she sent it to you. If you want to keep going, I told her she can send it to me.
Oh, okay. So like I said, remember when I told you about this tail? I'm putting it on top of my hook so that I'm not forgetting it. Cause I don't wanna crochet. Weave that in. So I'm putting it on top, but I'm only doing it for that one stitch. Just that one stitch. And then I'm going to finish off with the uh 2 stitches at the end, and we good to go. Yarn over, not yarn over, chain 1 and turn. So let's analyze what we just did, right? So let me see. My strings are all hanging from the back. I'm weaving as I'm going. I'm pulling whatever I need to pull over, like this pink right here. I pulled it over. So what I'm going to do next is when I go up and go back, I'm going to hide this right here. So I went this way. So now it's time to go this way, all purple. So now, with being that I'm using all purple, I could clean the rest of that up and don't have to worry about it. And we good to go.
Clean the rest of it up. Get rid of that pink. Get rid of the
Yep.
whatever is not needed in there anymore.
Yep. That's what I'm going to do. And then we could work on adding the pink again. But actually, because I'm going this way, right? When I go back up here And that's why, like I said, it's good to have your graph. It's good to be able to see, visualize what is next. After I finish doing this, and I'm going from left to right, then we go up. So then we have 2 of the white and 1 purple, 1 white. So I will carry that 1, and then we'll go over to the pink. Once we go over to the pink, that pink that we left over here, what I'm going to do is, and this may sound confusing now, but I'm gonna tell you, this is what I do. I will, when I do this purple, I'm going to pull this pink over so that when I get here, the pink is right there. That way I don't have to drag it.
That's
So
pink up there.
it's, yeah.
Oh,
My ink ran out.
I wouldn't.
Actually,
I
huh?
wouldn't drag it though. I go over it, cut it, and bring it up to the top. But you talking about from the row down, or all the way from the row where it say back?
Right here. I'm gonna show you. I'm doing it right now.
Okay.
I'll show you what I'm talking about. So I'm on 7, row 7. So that means I'm on the back. That's an odd side. So I'm going to do 2 white, and then I'm going to do all purple. It's 11
Tracy, I'm
purple.
gonna try to find you, Tracy Steve.
So I'm going to take my purple.
Do you have a dog on your messenger, Tracy?
She do.
Okay.
Y'all not friends?
I remember I lost my Facebook. I don't know who
Oh
I'm.
yeah. That's right. That's right. I was about to say Tracy been in the gang for a
I
long
thought her
time.
name was familiar, but like I
Yeah,
said,
she been in the gang.
I lost my Facebook. So if anybody thought that I fired you, I didn't. I lost my Facebook.
Okay, so I pulled over that
Oh no, this graph looks good,
purple.
Tracy. I think you could roll with that. It looks good.
But why would they say 2? I don't understand what's up with the 2 hook sizes. I don't know. So as I'm going, I'm crocheting over the pink and that purple that I dragged over. Crocheting over both so that you don't see it. See? And I'm also going to hide this part right here. So yarn over and pull through, crocheting over it, and do the same again. Crochet over it, crocheting over the tail, crocheting over that loop I pulled, and keep going. But now I'm going to stop. Wait a minute, did I do that right? I'm going to pull this white up because the white is right here on this side. So I just need to pull it over. So I'm going to crochet over it. And because it's white, it's okay to crochet over it. Just like this pink, I was crocheting over the pink too. I was crocheting over the pink. So it's okay to weave in your ends over that same color. And that's how I was able to pull this pink over, because I crocheted over the pink that was at the bottom. You understand what I mean? You get it. You get it. You get it. Because I was able to crochet over that same color. So I was able to pull it over. And then now I am back to the white because I pulled it over. I crocheted over it and turn it over, and there you go. So now where I was talking about before, so we went this way. So now we're back at the front again because this is row 8. So now that I'm back here, we're going to do this purple, white, and then 3 pinks, 4 purple. How am I going to do that? So I already have the purple right there. being that this is 4, remember we just said we don't pull over more than 4 stitches. So I will have to add it again over here. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to add, because I'm not going to go crochet over it this many stitches. I'm not doing that. So we're going to do the 2 white, 1, 2, and then the purple, that 1 purple, and then now another white. And then it's pink, 1, 2, 3, pink. For the 3 stitches. Actually, I probably can pull over that purple. Nah, I'm gonna do another one. I think I would be able to tackle it though. See, it's just it's how it's gonna look. If it looks good, do it. If it don't, I wouldn't try it. But because we actually hit it right there at that edge, it really wasn't 4 stitches. Because it was 1. No, that's 4. That's 4 stitches. Yeah, I'm not doing it. So I'm going to cut and start it over again right there. And now I'm going to crochet over the tail. Pull that down a little bit, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we good. Any other questions? 2, 3, and 4. And 4 white. The other questions was, let me see, counting. Honestly, I don't count. You don't either, Gail, right? I don't count.
No, I don't count. I know everything is in a block of 10. So, well, everything's in a block of 10 when you get a great graph. I don't know about I can't attest to what anybody else does, but when I look at Shauna's graphs, I know are a good Shauna's graph and or a good grapher because I have gotten graphs from others. If they got them in blocks of 10, I look in that block, I can immediately see 3 on one end, 1 on the other end, 6 in the middle. I can automatically see what I need to do without counting.
Right. So even though we have multiple color changing and multiple like colors just everywhere, it doesn't look like you could see the color change. It doesn't look crazy
Bleeding.
distorted, bleeding. When you're merging colors together, you could see the color. So when you're doing a really detailed Graphghan, that's why when you see ours, it looks like that. It looks
When I see people drag them colors up under their work, like when I said, I would never put that red up under that white. It looks so stupid to me when you pull it up and you can see through it.
well, I used to do it.
I did too when I didn't know any better.
Yeah, I didn't know any better. I used to do it, but you guys, you have no excuses no more after today. No more. I see your work. I'm calling you out privately, but I'm calling you out.
You publicly display it. We're gonna I'm just playing.
Listen.
Kizzy, what are you saying yes to? Why you not doing the why you not doing the pop?
I'm not doing the pop, lock, and drop. She want to know why I'm not doing the pop, lock, and drop. So the pop, lock, and drop.
She understood what you were saying before. Okay, Miss Kizzy.
The pop, lock, and drop, or I don't know. Anyway, So I'm finished that row. Now it's all pink, so I'm going to add the pink. The pink is right here, so the best thing for me to do is this is 4 stitches, so I'm going to start over. And let's look, right? Because usually I'll do this at every 10 rows, but being that this is not, we doing this differently, I'm going to show you every 10 rows, or how many, depending on the graph. I will look to see what I need to clean up, look to see if I need to weave in, and then that's when I will do it. That way, when I'm finished my Graphghan, I don't have a lot to do. So this is the tail. I'm cutting the tail. I use snips. I use snips sometimes. It don't matter. And let me see. Yeah, and so if there's any areas that I need to weave in, this is the time I would do it, and I would take my hook and weave in. But I actually do not have any. So it's time to go. So that's basically the gist of what to do. I just wanted to make sure you understood how to do like one stitch and then move over to the next stitch, and whether or not if you needed to carry or if you needed to do one and leave it, depends. So like a eye, like what if it's one dot, one black dot, right? Or one white, because I actually have the Miss Piggy is one white dot. um I would leave that one there because it's black surrounding that one white. So I would do that one white and leave it. I used to do like a cross stitch over it. I used to. I don't know
We're
more.
so far removed from that.
Yeah, I don't know more.
Don't give them any bad ideas. Those were bad habits. We're moving on.
Moving on. All right, so for white, and then the rest is pink. Like I said, being that my pink was over here and I have 4 stitches, I am not pulling it over, so I cut it. Now I can. So look, I have a little bit left, right? So if your bobbin runs out, you have one already prepared.
Period.
And I know I'm gonna need a little bit more than this, because you may be able to use this and get away with it, but just to let you know, if your bobbins are already ready and prepared, you got it. Me, I just pull on a damn string.
You won't be playing yarn chicken.
Yeah, so I'm going to take my pink and I'm going to go over that purple. So remember what I said, we're going to crochet over the tail of the purple because we don't need it. We don't need it. I don't need that purple anymore until up here. So I'm going to crochet over the purple, and then that's it for the purple for like 2-3 rows. And let me see. I'm going in. And as I'm doing that, I'm taking my thumb and my middle finger, and I'm just pulling the tail and the hanging string from the purple. I'm pulling it over. And I'm only going to pull the purple up until where the purple stops. So I only had purple, 4 stitches of purple, so that's where I stopped with the purple. I'm not gonna crochet over where this pink is. I'm not doing that. So I stopped there. Now it's time to pick up this pink, because that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna crochet over this pink. So I'm gonna pick this pink up, this tail of the pink, and crochet over that. Again, I'm going to take my middle finger and my thumb and crochet and pull it over so I could crochet over it, and making sure that it's neatly over, hanging over. And that is it for the pink. Dropping it down to the front and then picking up the white. Now remember this one purple, I'm going to crochet over that one purple, pick it up, put it right over my hook and then drop it and then go over again. So I only basically carried that yarn on my hook for that one stitch, and then that's it. And then turn over, and then there you go. So that is our row 8. Now when it's time to weave in, like I said, I will weave this in that one stitch. So you could do it with a hook or a tapestry. It's up to you. What is it? Tapestry needle, and pull it through. It's up to you. Whichever one is fine. And I would just do it like 2 or 3 times, only in this area where the purple is at. When I go down, I go down.
You guys, I have to go use the restroom and let my dogs out. I'll be back. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm gonna mute the camera for a minute. I mean the sound because they're gonna be loud.
All the babies. Okay, so as you seeing, I'm going against the green, which is I'm going in the stitches like that, yarn over and pull through like that. And I tug on it a little bit and it's good to go. You good. You good with that? Turn over and start to the next. Now, I'm not gonna finish this because it is late. I didn't realize I was gonna be on here this long. But is there any other questions before I depart? Because all the questions were concerning color changing, bobbins, HTC, single crochet, carrying the yarn, tangled yarn, size, sewing in ends, the foundation chain, and that's basically it. Reading a graph versus written instructions, I kind of talked about that. Any other questions? I'm going. So being that this is the front of my work, that means I must be on the odd side. So that means I'm going this way because I'm looking at the front of my work. My hook is on this side, so this is the front of my work. So that means I'm going from right to left. If I was on this side, it would be the back of my work, and that means I would be going from left to right. So that's how I know what's my front, what's my back. And when I take my progress picture will be the front of my work and all of the goodness in the front. This is not a picture. This is just a sample to get you to know how to do the odds and ends. So this is nothing. This is just me showing you how to do what I do. So as I do this, should I make my Kizzy scepter scarf from the side? Yes. So here's the thing. I'm going to do a class on Tunisian crochet in another couple of weeks. I think that majority of the scarves needs to be done in single crochet. Why? Because not single crochet, Tunisian crochet, because it's better to me. It's clean. I don't have a sample with me because I sell all them. All my scarves get sold, so I don't really have any to show. But the Tunisian crochet class is a good class if you want to take to learn how to do your scarves in Tunisian crochet. So if you're a part of the Diva squad, you automatically are a part of that class. If you are not, why aren't you? Diva squad Tunisian is for those who are part of the Graphghan. The Graphghan class. All right. So I think this was 2 and the rest is white. Okay. 2, the rest is white, and crochet over that. I actually carried over this white, and I don't know why I did that. Let me take that off. I carried over the white. I didn't need to do that because I already have white on the other side. Any other questions that you would like to ask myself or Gail before we depart, before we leave? You beautiful people. I want to say thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for watching and just being interested in learning how to do Graphghans. If there is any time you need me to go over something else, you can always email me at creativestitchingdiva.com, and or you can I could do a Ask Diva, which is basically what I'm doing now, which is a video format of your question. So I'm also going to take each question and I'm going to cut up the video and put it out there separately, because I think that would be like a good short, so you could go to as well. And I love the fact that you guys can ask a question and I could be able to provide the service for you. Right? So when you say I'm having a problem, I don't know how to read my graph, you sent me, you sent me the PhD, you sent me the PDF, and I'm overwhelmed with what I'm looking at, I will go get a graph and I will show you how to put it together. I also have a video out there on my page, on my YouTube page, that shows you how to put your graph together. So if you have a problem putting together the graph, there it is. Okay, so I'm going from left to right. And what I mean by me and Gail don't count, it's because, like she said, we eyeball basically what we're looking at. So being that I did the two pink here, this pink right here means that this is one stitch before this. So I know that I need to do my white up until I get to this last one and then drop it, pick up the pink, and then I'll need to do 5 pinks. And I know that because I know this whole box is 10. And it's half right here. So this is 5. And this is 5 because this is 15. So I literally eyeball. And being that all my graphs have the grid, the dark spaces, every 10 rows, I know exactly where I'm going. Okay, so I'm going to go into that white stitch right there. Then I'm going to crochet over the 2. 1, 2. But guess what, y'all? I can actually crochet the tail over more because I'm using the same color that the tail is. So I can go over. This is why I do not like bobbins. I gotta stop to do this. This is why I don't entertain bobbins. But being that I'm going to the next stitch in the same color, I'm going to take my tail with me and I'm going to pick up the white because I'm going to need the white when I get over here. So I'm going to yarn over, pick up the white, go into that next stitch, yarn over and pull up. 1 and then 2. And then put it down. I didn't hear the, oh, she got it on mute. That's why. I was about to say, I didn't hear the doggies, but you had it on mute.
Yes.
How many you have?
2.
I could, I don't know why. I thought you had 3.
One is no longer with us.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right.
She said my fallback size is an H. Tracy, H is fine on your blankets. It's your preference, what you're comfortable with. I think that's fine.
Yeah. So the more you keep doing your Graphghans, so I always started off small. I'm lying. No, I didn't. I went straight into blankets, y'all. I went into huge blankets too. But the more I kept doing them, the more I realized that single crochet just wasn't my thing. Single crochet made my work really like my mom used to say I used to crochet like I fight, and it was really tight. And I didn't know that all I had to do was bring up. When you crochet real tight and you go up a hook, it loosens it up. So I didn't know that at that time. So all my blankets that I made in single crochet back then were tight. It wasn't nice and fluffy.
Kizzy, when you're asking, should you make your blanket, I mean, your scarf from side to side? A scarf is already going to be long. So I would start at the base where it says 1 through 30, 1 through 35, 1 through 32, and start from the bottom up. Because if you're trying to do long ways, you're going to have to turn that graph all the way to the side, and you might lose a lot of your picture, make a whole lot of mistakes trying to stay in, because when you get a graph, well, I guess if she's taping it together, I only do my scarves on the iPad digital. I don't print those scarf graphs. I just do
Oh
them on
yeah,
the iPad.
it's easy to do it because you're
Yeah,
doing
I
it
just
from the
put on.
side.
Yeah, so I just do it from the bottom up and keep going.
So actually, I only got two more rows. I might as well finish it.
I only do side to side on the blankets, on something that's large, not on the scarves. I'll show you one of my
Yeah,
scarves. I
that's
have
a
a bigger
little.
scarf going.
That's because of all the detail and you new too. I just would yeah.
So I
See how she
start
doing it
from
to
the
the side.
bottom. I start from the bottom. Why can't I find this camera? I start from the bottom, and then it's still side to side. But I start from the bottom, and then where is this damn camera? Start from the bottom, and then it's still side to side. If you can see that,
Yeah, yeah. See, don't it look so pretty? Tunisian crochet is the best for scarves.
it is, and it's
I
clean, and it looks very
Yes,
professional.
I love that I
And
started
then
doing.
when you turn it to the side, it looks backwards on. Oh, it's upside down. When you turn it to the side, you'll see what it is.
Tunisian crochet is the bomb. I actually should do a class next week, right? I should do a Tunisian class because I'm giving away a, a scarf, a breast cancer scarf for breast cancer awareness. So I'm doing a raffle. So I think maybe I should do one real quick before I leave for the Peach City.
Okay, I'll do well, if you want me to get on here and do Tunisian with you, next week I'll be on here doing Tunisian with you.
What? Who wanna be
Period.
a part of the Tunisian class? Yes. Hands up, hands up, hands up. Who want to be a part of the Tunisian class? We gonna do a scarf. You think I should do breast cancer awareness or I don't know.
I'm gonna
I
do
don't
whatever.
know. Because not
Whatever.
everybody know anybody who, but it don't have to be breast cancer. It could be any type of awareness.
Even if it is breast cancer, if they don't know anybody, they can still wear it to support that month if they want to
That's
make it.
true.
In support of those who, you know, in the
That is
support of the girl.
true.
Cause
I'm
I'm
a,
not gay, but I'll throw on some pride stuff because I have gay friends. But I'm not gay, but I wear pride and I wear their buttons because I drive the bus and they give us the gay pride buttons. And I'm in support of everybody who people are people. Let's get it.
let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. All right. So I just did that one purple. And there you go. We good to go. This was a 15 by 15. When you make mistakes, what do you do in the middle?
Huh?
When you make mistakes, like say in the middle of your work, what do you do? Do you start all over or
It depends on how bad the mistake is. If the mistake is forgivable, I'll leave it. If it's unforgivable, I don't care how far down it is, I'm taking it a loose.
yeah, the same with me.
If I
If
lose a
it's
couple of stitches, if it's forgivable, I'll add them somewhere. If it's unforgivable, I'm taking it all loose.
another reason why it's a beautiful thing to use a graph versus written instructions because you're able to pinpoint and see where you went wrong. I when I was doing that written instructions, I'm doing this wrong. When I was doing the written instructions, I noticed that something was wrong, but to figure out what was wrong was a little difficult because I'm looking at a bunch of words and like I'm a visual person, so for me, visual is everything. Like I need to see what I'm doing. So yeah. All right, so I'm crocheting over that one purple stitch and then I'm leaving it alone because we are not carrying. Because if you notice, I know one of y'all or somebody saw somebody crochet over that tail, and then it'd be like this. That tail, it'd be like this, and then you see all of your work, and then you got these purple strings, pink strings, in the area of the white. We don't want that. So this is why I'm telling you, don't do it. Don't do it. Leave it. It's okay. Don't crochet over it. Let it go. Drop it. Okay? Just drop it. Just drop it. Let it, give it free. Don't embarrass it anymore. And then keep going. And then you could be able to use the tapestry needle or your hook to weave that in. So as you notice, I only weaved it, and this is only a 15 by 15. I only weaved in like 3 times, maybe. That's it. Because there was areas with just the one, yeah, 3 times. So 1, 2, and 3. Those 3 areas are the ones or the only areas that I would weave in because I don't want to crochet over the white, the pink or the purple into the white. So I would do that. And all right. Do y'all mind if do y'all want to see how I do the border? Because I remember in the beginning, or I could go.
Yes, Kizzy. And
I
I'm a
still have a little bit of energy, so I'll do it if you want. I have a little bit more energy. I'll do it. I might as well just knock it out the box. I didn't crochet over this other part of this background. Let me do that real quick. I can show you how I do my border. And in the beginning, remember when I showed you how it looks awful, god awful? We need all this info. Kizzy is so funny, y'all. Kizzy is hilarious. Um, when I did this god awful situation right here that I'm about to show you with the ends, the sides, we don't want to do that. See, remember I told y'all we don't want that. Shut up, Gail. We don't want to do that. We need to leave that alone. We don't want to do that. So I'm gonna show you how I do mine so that those in, and this is not just for Graphghan, this is anything crochet though. Anything crochet that you need to do like the edging and you need to put something on the edge, you don't want an edge that look like that. You want the edge to look nice and clean. So the best thing to do is I'm gonna
It
show
would have
you.
looked better if she would have did an edge with the same color, then went back and did that.
That's yeah, that's basically what I did wrong. Like with this, I did the edge with the all white and then added the pink. That's basically what
The secret.
the secret is, yeah. I would go down a hook, but I actually don't have to go down a hook. When I do the edging, I usually go down a hook.
Do you? I don't.
Because the reason why I go down a hook is because it's easier to get in the sides without well, for me it's easier to get in on the sides. So I will start here, start in the corner because we always finish right there. Sometimes I either cut it or I just automatically start. It depends on how I feel. So I'm going to do 3 single crochets. So we're going to go around with single crochet. I do 3 in the corner, 3 single crochets in that one corner. Then I go to the next. So basically I'm just going through each row on the side and I'm going in between So the stitches that are in here, I'm just basically going in between. And I'm going to weave in my tail from the border.
In my corners, I do 2 HDC, chain one, 2 HDCs. So you can do your corners however you please.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes I do it that way too. I do either 3 or the way you do it. But you do HDCs on the side?
Mm-hmm. Well, no, I do. No, I do a single crochet all the way around because Gail, again, does not like to be married to her work. So don't try this at home unless you're really, really good. I started adding my border as I work my blanket because I don't want to go back and do it just for me. So Shauna started adding it onto the graphs too when she saw what I was doing. She said, "You adding that border on there?" I said, "Yeah." So she started adding it into my graph so that I don't have to go back and do it. But yeah, so you see, I already have my border on here. I just take one single crochet all the way around and I'm done. But I started adding that border because I was like, I'll be a genius if I add my border as I'm working my graph, then I'll be done with it. And she was like, you know what? You're right.
Yeah.
I just used to add on an extra 6 to 8 stitches on each end. I'll do it again in a minute so that I can already have it as I go.
So what I just did just now was I cut it. This is the lazy way. I only do this side and this side because, to be honest, the bottom and the top is already okay. So
Period, Izzy.
we need to think smarter, not harder, okay? Think smarter, not harder. So I'm going just on this side and this side. I am going to start from this and work my way up. That way, whatever tail I have, I could just work that in with the contrast color. Smarter, not harder. And I'm going to do the 3 single crochets. So that's 1, 2, and 3. And keep going against each row. So we're going to start with that row. But like I said, I don't do it in the whole entire stitch. I only do it at the ends where the side of the stitch, basically. It's the side of the stitch. And I keep going. And if you can see when you're doing the HDC, let me see if you can see it. When you're doing the HDC, is it blurry? Um HDC has that extra stitch. So being that HDC has the extra stitch, that's where you're going in on the side. If it's single crochet, you still have a side of a single crochet, but it's just not as thick as the HDC. And so that's what I'm doing. It's like that's why I always have a smaller hook, because the smaller hook will allow me to go into the stitches a little easier, but it's not necessary. And I'm crocheting over that tail, and as you can see, I crocheted over the tail, so you can't see the tail anymore. And then keep going my way up, working up each row. And this is not just for Graphghan. This is anything you need to do that needs like a contrasting border. You add the same exact color. Now, what if you have one of these colors touching? Say if the purple goes all the way to the end or the pink goes all the way to the end, I will still use the majority of the color that's the background color, I would use the majority. So if the majority of that was white, I would go against this white. But I have in the past, I would stop with the white and then add that color and then start with. I have done that before, but it was a reason why I've done that. And I don't remember what that reason was, but it was a reason why. I think it was a certain look I was looking for. That's what it was. It was I don't even remember what it was, but I do remember doing it and I remember why I did it. But I don't remember to show you. All right, so now that I'm at the top, I'm going to do my 3, or you could do the what Gail do. And then I'm going to slit stitch in the next stitch, but I don't put it in the whole entire stitch. I put it in the back loop only. I slip stitch in the back loop only. And the reason why I do that is because I don't know. It's a habit. And cut, pull through, and now you could go over with your contrast yarn. Any other questions? Bus drivers. Oh, that's right. You both are bus drivers. Bus drivers in the house. Wait, Septa is Philly. So, Kizzy, you in Philly? I didn't even realize she was in Philly. I didn't even realize you in Philly, boo. I'm gonna take the middle because we did 3 single crochets. So I'm gonna take the middle of the 3 on the side, and that's where I'm gonna put my stitch. Start my stitch, and depending on what border I'm going to do, it could be a regular single crochet, it could be granny, it could be whatever you want. That's how I know what my corner is gonna be. But I'm gonna do a HDC on the outside, so I'm going to do 1 HDC, 2 chains, and 1 HDC, and the same exact stitch. And then I'm going to do HDC in every other stitch. As I'm going, I am crocheting over my ends from the background color to the color I have now. And I'm going to do my HDC. I am actually designing some borders, so that will be out soon, but it's Graphghan borders. I'm designing some. I'm in the process of still designing it. So y'all be seeing that soon. My Graphghan borders. I started already. I'm like, oh, this is cute. So depending on what Graphghan you have, like a Mickey, you could do a Mickey border, or if it's a heart, you could do a heart border. Like, man, I'm a Pisces. I'm creative. Creative
Okay.
stitching diva. All right. So 1, 1, 2. After this, I'm leaving. So y'all better get y'all questions in so I could get out of here and go to bed. And see, it automatically starts forming your corner. And it looks so nice and neat now on the sides. It don't look a hot mess like that purple mess that I made years ago. I think I made that purple. Yo, you want to hear a story, a funny story about that purple hat and scarf that I showed y'all? It was an order from a fraternity and sorority, and the fraternity and sorority wanted to he thought he was going to make some money off of me, my handmade stuff. He wanted to put it on his website. So he was like, can you make me a couple? So I did. I made him like 6. I made 6 of those ugly things. And I knew I was the bomb then though, but I made 6 of them ugly things. And when I made them, I gave it to him. I think I charged him like $50 each, which was not, well, for those ugly things, yeah, but now, no, nowhere near what I would charge. He was like, oh, I'm gonna put it on my site, and whatever. He was stupid for telling me that though, because I kind of got mad that he was selling my stuff for more than what I was charging him.
Oh, she said she been trying to come across that bridge for her one-on-one forever. Kizzy.
Her one on one.
Oh, I guess because she in Philly.
Oh, before I leave, actually, I'm going to South Jersey, Cherry Hill area. Maybe we could meet up because I'm by New York right now, but I'm going down that way to see my family before I leave. So I'll let you know. I'll hit you up. Maybe we could meet up. Maybe I'll have a meet and greet. I feel like famous. I'm famous. I already have a meet and greet already set up for Georgia. That's why I'm saying this because they already want me to have a meet and greet in Atlanta.
Good evening, Miss. Is it Annie or Annie?
That's for Vanessa in the house. Vanessa in the house. How art thou? How's the kids? I told her how to braid, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. She a fast learner too. You don't understand. Teaching is a struggle when it's somebody who don't pay attention.
Or they know more than you.
All right, now I'm getting to the end and we good to go. We good to go. Y'all better get your questions in now. Let me know. All right, I'll let you know. I'll let you know when I'll be there because I got to go to Camden and I got to go to Cherry Hill. And I'll be out in a couple of weeks. So I'm going to get my goodbyes in. All right, now that I made it back up here, slip stitch to my top and we good to go. And that's how I do my borders. My sometimes depending on the size of my graph, I will do a large border. I will do a border and make it like bigger because I did a 100 by 100, which is like my pillow sizes. But if it's for a newborn, I did that 100 by 100. Then I went around with a granny square. Then I went around a couple of more times with the granny square. Then I was like, "Booyah! Here you go, boo!" Sold that for 150 real quick, money, real quick. And it wound up being big. It wound up being big. It wound. I was like, I. It was 100 by 100, and it wound up being big because newborn babies are small.
Mm-hmm.
That thing wound up being big. All right, so I'm crocheting my ends in. How many more rows you got now?
42.
I can't wait till you finish that one.
Yeah, me
It's
too.
another one that you doing that. Oh, the next one, Grayson. Oh my God, I can't wait till you do that one.
And Tracy, I have to do a Darth Vader too. So I wonder will
She
I be
doing
doing
Darth
my
Vader?
Star Wars as she has a Star Wars one she's gonna do.
Oh
So
yeah,
I
yeah,
wonder will
yeah.
I do my Star Wars as you'll be doing yours.
I want to see that graph.
She showed a snippet of it.
Where is it?
Looks like it's pretty good. I can see it says Star Wars.
Send it to me.
She sent it to you. She said she
I
sent
never
it to
got it.
you. Oh. I'm
All
going to
right.
bed soon. I have to be at work at 5.
Yeah, I'm about to get off. All right, so now I'm cutting. So remember what I told you, that one area right here is the only area that I will weave in the ends, and then the rest I can cut because I crocheted over those. And I usually do a little tug because when you are doing a Graphghan, when you change your color, sometimes it dip in a little bit. It dip in. So yeah, the top or the bottoms will be out like this, but then in the middle be like kind of in.
Watch your tension.
Yeah, that's my tension is like that. My tension because I crochet like my mom keeps saying I crochet like I'm fighting. I don't know why I keep telling people that because that's kind of embarrassing. My mother say you crochet like you fight, and I'm like, well, how do I fight? I I don't even know what she's talking about. I don't fight. So I'm going to weave in this purple. Weaving in the purple. And booyah. Diva, please don't let me miss that Tunisian class. Well, you are part of the Diva squad, so you automatically are a part of the class. And if you're not a part of the Diva squad, be a part of the Diva squad. Join right there at the bottom that where it says subscribe. Look down at the bottom, it says subscribe. And right next to the subscribe, if you're not subscribed, subscribe. And there's a join button. You could join. It's $1.99 for the first tier for just Graphghanning, and it's $2.99 if you want to learn how to graph only, and then it's $7.99 for both. So it's up to you if you want to do either one or both. And you get perks, free graphs, discounts, and classes. There we go. So I didn't think I was going to do this whole thing on here, but this is the back and this is the front. It's not nothing, so don't look at it like what the hell is that? I
It
just
looked
did
like
it.
a pink and purple Christmas tree.
It actually do now that I'm looking at it, right? It actually do. It actually do. It just needs to be blocked. But just I just wanted to make sure I showed you how to do the ends because that's what the questions were. How do you carry in the one stitch? How do you weave in that one stitch? How do you, add a color at the top or the bottom? So I did all of that with this. That's why I did the sample like that. So it'd be easy. Because usually for my tutorials, I do a heart, but the heart is easy. Heart is very easy. So I didn't want to do what was easy. I wanted to do what you would do if you had one of my graphs because I have masterpieces. My graphs are masterpieces. So, period.
That Bengal scarf I'm working on is a masterpiece.
It is.
Yeah.
And you want like 10 of them.
Not of that one.
Oh, the other one.
Yeah. Not of that one. That is a masterpiece.
I love art and I love detail. And that, nah, wait till you see this Betty. I'll show you tomorrow. I'm not showing you now. But, because it's something else I gotta add to it, and I don't want you to see it until you see. Oh my god, when I put that out there, and I'm gonna have written instructions for it. Oh, I'm gonna be smelling myself.
Is it
Smelling
something that I'm
myself.
make for myself?
I'm gonna be smelling myself. You're gonna love it.
Okay.
You're gonna love it. I thought about it because of the name that Miss Roney gave me, and the name. Yeah, I told you what I told you about the names, right? It's like sometimes I'll look at the name and I look how the name is written. I'm weird. Don't get me wrong. Don't understand. Just know when you ask me to create something and for me to use my free creative abilities, I look at everything and I put them all together and I make a masterpiece. So that's what I did when Miss Roney said she wanted a Miss Piggy. That's how I made the Miss Piggy. When she wanted the Betty Boop and the name was Kelly, I automatically knew how I was going to do it because the name Kelly is almost like Betty.
Mm-hmm.
So I already knew what I was gonna do. So Kelly
Yeah.
Boop, it is.
I wish Miss Ronnie would be able to be internet savvy so she could jump on here. Cause
She would be perfect.
she is.
She would be perfect because I don't know her, but you taught her how to do it.
She already knew how to crochet. I taught her how to do graphing. I taught her the color change. I taught her how to read the graph. So I guess I should say yes.
You told
Yeah,
me.
yeah, I did.
So that's
Girl,
awesome.
Kizzy, anything that you want to make black, just use brown yarn. Cause
Yeah,
all my
yeah.
characters end up being black. I don't care if it's Tweety Bird. If I want him to be brown, he will be brown.
I'm gonna need a black Betty Boop to put on the back of my jean jacket.
You gonna
You
put a
crocheting a
crochet
jean
image on the
jacket?
back of your jean jacket?
Unless she taking a square and putting on the back of her jean jacket. Mm. You know you can freeform it too. I don't I don't think I don't like that idea of what I just said, but if you ever wanted to freeform it, that's how people create their own patterns. Freeforming is basically doing the Betty Boop without the border. That's
Mm.
what I'm practicing now. I'm practicing how to do it's called image art or pixel art crochet, and it's freeform. So basically I'm crocheting the image without the square. I would just make this middle part without the square. I'm teaching myself how to do that because it's something I have in my brain that I want to execute, and I've been doing that for the past what like 5 months because it's irritating, but I think I know how to do it now. But I need to focus on moving before I execute that. No, I'm gonna make the graph then add it. Oh, okay. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for being a part of my group. Thank you for watching. And if you have any other questions, let me know. Hit me up, send me messages, and I will definitely do a video. Well, answer your question in video format. I think that's the best thing, especially for those who are visual, because I'm a visual learner. I need to
You're
see.
welcome, Miss Kizzy. You're welcome, ladies.
Yes, you guys are all welcome, and I will see you again. Look out for it. It's the hat grab that I'm doing a hat tutorial, and then I'm going to do the Tunisian. So just look out for that. The hat and the Tunisian. The Tunisian is a price, but if you're a part of the Diva squad, you aren't gotta worry about it. So, all right, you have a good night, and I am going to bed. I was cooking and packing and graphing all day today, so I'm tired. And I was doing that since 7 in the morning
Mm.
on a Sunday, packing, cooking, and graphing. So you guys have a good one. Tutorial Tuesday. I'm gonna put out a graph. Not graph, Lord. I'm gonna put out a tutorial of I wrote it down. It's a tutorial or something. I'm putting it out. What is it? I wrote it down. Uh, oh, I know what I'm doing. How are you going to do your progress pictures? We don't want to see your background. We don't want to see the garbage. We don't want to see animals. We want to see your work, and we don't
You
want to
don't want
see
to see your cat laying on top of your blanket.
we don't want to see we don't want to see the strings hanging, because now that you know what to do, you won't do that no more. All your strings will be to the back. So that's what video I'm going to do on Tuesday, showing you how to do that. And showing your progress pictures. Because that's how you're gonna get business. If people see your cat there and you trying to make money, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. But you guys have a good one, and I will talk to you later. Good night. We still on? What the hell? It's still on.
Huh?
It just says pending. It's still going pending. It's just loading. It's loading. They don't want to hang up.
They can hear us.
I think so. Y'all can hear us? No.
Yeah,
It's
they
going.
laughing.
Cause he like, oh shoot. Why does they don't want us to go? Free us. Free. Give us
He
free.
said we can still hear you.
Give us free. Me and my honey. I'm my
Yay,
honey.
yay. She said good night, y'all.
Good
Good
night.
night.